It seems like Bennifer is over, and Ben is the one leaving JLo. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez have had an on-again off-again relationship, and it's always been filled with drama. And it appears though that it might be the end of the road for this couple right now. So here's everything we know about the couple. Now, Jennifer and Ben first met on the set of the 2003 rom-com Geely. At the time, JLo was still married to her second husband, dancer Chris Judd. JLo and Ben then went public with their relationship soon after her divorce from Chris. In November 2002, JLo confirmed that they were engaged in an interview with Diane Sawyer. "It's the most magnificent thing I've ever seen," she said, the 6.1 carat pink diamond from Harry Winston that Ben gave her. Now, the ring reportedly cost him $2.5 million. Then in September 2003, they posted their wedding. Yep, 2 days before the two were set to officially tie the knot, they released a joint statement announcing the ceremony being postponed. They said, "Due to the excessive media attention surrounding our wedding, we have decided to postpone the date. When we found ourselves seriously contemplating hiring 3 separate decoy brides at 3 different locations, we realized that something was awry. We began to feel that the spirit of what should have been the happiest day of our lives could be compromised. We felt what should have been a joyful and sacred day could be spoiled for us, our families, and our friends." Then on January 22, 2004, the two ended their engagement. JLo confirmed the sad news through her spokesperson, saying, "I am confirming the report that Jennifer Lopez has ended her engagement to Ben Affleck," the statement said at the time, per MTV. "At this difficult time, we ask you respect her privacy." Jen then moved on, and in June of 2004, she married singer-songwriter and longtime friend Mark Anthony. Now, the two welcomed twins in 2008, but they separated in 2014. Ben also moved on, and he married Jennifer Garner in 2005. Now, the new Hollywood couple welcomed their 3 children together, but they got divorced in 2018. Then they had other relationships as well, but after JLo ended her engagement to Alex Rodriguez and Ben split from Ana de Armas, the two were spotted hanging out again in 2021. Page 6 reported on April 30th that Ben was photographed visiting Jen's Los Angeles home multiple times. Security picks him up at a nearby location and drops him off after spending a few hours at her house, said a source, who insisted on the platonic nature of Ben's visits. "They are friends," the insider said. "They've never not been." But that wasn't exactly the case, as Ben and Jen then started hanging out more frequently and began dating again. In April 2022, in an exclusive video published in her personal fan newsletter, JLo announced that she and Ben had gotten engaged again a year after reuniting. She revealed that Ben proposed to her for a second time while she was taking a bubble bath. "Did you ever imagine your biggest dream would come true?" she wrote. "Saturday night, while at my favorite place on earth, in the bubble bath, my beautiful love got on one knee and proposed. I was taken totally off guard and just looked in his eyes, smiling and crying at the same time, trying hard to get my head around the fact that after 20 years this was happening all over again. I was quite literally speechless, and he said, 'Is that a yes?' I said, 'Yes, of course that's a yes.'" Then in July 2022, the pair tied the knot in a surprise Las Vegas wedding at midnight on July 17th. The singer confirmed the news on her newsletter on the JLo, saying that the low-key ceremony in a chapel was exactly what the two wanted. Then, ahead of the release of her forthcoming album, This Is Me Now, in November 2022, and in honor of the 20th anniversary of her 3rd studio album, This Is Me Then, Jen sat down with Zane Lowe for Apple Music to talk about her latest musical venture. Now, during the conversation, she opened up about how Ben inspired her to get into the recording studio in both instances 20 years ago and now. But with all this love, there have been fights and somewhat of a betrayal. Jennifer launched her new album, This Is Me Now, with a self-financed $20 million multimedia campaign. Then she made the experimental film, This Is Me Now, a love story about the rekindling of her romance with Ben. And then there was her Amazon Prime documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, about the making of the record and the film. Now, when Ben pops up in the doc, it's often to express concern that his private love story is becoming used for something he didn't particularly want. Now, the doc is actually named after a scrapbook that Ben gifted Jennifer for Christmas in 2021, stacked with every letter and email they'd written to each other over the last 20 years. Now, Jennifer showed the book to her producers and songwriters on the first day of making her new album without asking or telling Ben. "It became like our Bible," she says in the doc. "We just left it in the studio." Now this revelation comes within the first 5 minutes of the doc, and right out of the gate, Ben isn't shy about his discomfort. He's shocked that Jennifer would share something so personal with her collaborators, and now of course with the world. Then Jen and Ben have been spotted fighting multiple times from paparazzi that were caught on camera. Now they're deemed Hollywood's most bad-tempered couple. In September 2023, Jennifer was seen looking very tense as she sat in the passenger seat of a car alongside Ben as they drove around Los Angeles. Now it came after Ben and Jennifer were caught seemingly having another tense interaction as they drove through Beverly Hills back in May. Now, the couple were driving when they stopped at a red light and engaged in a heated conversation in photos taken by a European tourist. Now the tourist, who witnessed the exchange after pulling up next to their car, told DailyMail.com that it seemed pretty clear by his body language that Ben was frustrated or irritated, while Jennifer appeared timid. "There were lots of hand gestures, Ben was waving his hands up and down, and it looked heated," she said. J-Lo looked a little bit sad. In another tense public sighting, Ben was seen walking in front of Jennifer to their Mercedes while holding an iced coffee. He opened the door for his wife, who sat in the passenger seat, and he then shut the door firmly by dramatically swinging his arm before walking over to the driver's seat. The two had previously raised eyebrows when they were seen attending the premiere of Jennifer's film, The Mother, in LA. Now in an awkward moment while posing on the red carpet, Jennifer had a frown on her face and was gesturing at her husband. Now most recently, there have been a lot of rumors of divorce between the two. It appears that Ben has moved out of his house with J-Lo. Ben has been staying at a Brentwood house by himself, and it's been suggested that Ben already moved out of their marital home in Beverly Hills. Now Jen was house hunting earlier last week, where she was with her longtime producing partner. But with rumors of divorce, is she looking for a new house for herself? Now this is just crazy because Jennifer just bought a massive estate last year. J-Lo then added to the divorce rumors as she liked a post that raised some eyebrows. Now the post in question reads, "You cannot build a healthy relationship with somebody who, among other things, lacks integrity and emotional safety, doesn't respect your time, doesn't think it's important to call text back in a respectable time frame, lacks effective communication skills, and doesn't know who they are or what they want." This post came amid an Us Weekly source confirming that while Jen and Ben are working on things, they're having issues in their marriage. Now the insider added that the issues began a few months ago as Jen had started ramping up work commitments and prepping for her tour. Now reports of Jennifer's potential split were first reported by the tabloid inTouch, who spoke to an anonymous source who claimed the writing is on the wall, it's over. They're headed for a divorce, and for once, Ben's not to blame. Now, according to inTouch, the pair are also in couples therapy. Ben believes in therapy to a point and is willing to be a good sport about participating with an open mind, even though he hates the whole humiliating process, an insider told the outlet. He's never going to gauge the success of this marriage by what happens in the therapist's office. He also has a higher tolerance for conflict and having to fight to get his way than the average guy, they said. Now, earlier this month, a source exclusively told Life and Style that the pop star had been trying to persuade Ben to have a baby via surrogate. Now, maybe this is why there's some space between them. I mean, forcing someone to have a baby isn't the best thing to do, and who knows, maybe all this baby talk has stressed him out so much that he needed some space. Now, another reason why Ben might be leaving her is because she's always been rumored to be a mean girl. I mean, you'd think being worth $400 million, you'd want to help people as much as you can, and pay them well, but that's not the case for J-Lo. Now, according to several of J-Lo's former staff members, Jennifer earned herself the nickname Paylo because she paid her staff around 50% less than they could make elsewhere. This rumor has been going on for years. As you see, way back in 2003, Jennifer was spotted in Vegas with Ben. Now the pair had a big win, and Ben decided to drop a $2,000 tip to the dealer. But before the dealer could scoop the generous reward, J-Lo snatched up the cash and swapped it for $200 instead. Now Jennifer's reason for paying paying her staff so little, she had to work hard to earn her money, so everyone else should too. Then she also has some crazy demands. In 2002, Jennifer starred in the romantic comedy Made in Manhattan, and she went all over the world promoting the romantic comedy, and when she landed in London, she had people talking about her demands. When promoting the movie, she had a very interesting encounter with hotel staff. Now, the hotel staff was amazed by her lavish and extravagant demands, as it was something that they'd never seen before. Apparently, she requested the hotel staff to provide her with thousands of pounds of lemon-scented candles. Not to mention, she only travels in style when it's a short distance. She had 7 limousines escort her to lunch at the Dorchester, only 200 yards away. And then in 2012, it was reported that she had a maid fired from her job, although she reportedly denies it. Now, Jennifer was staying at the Melia Dusseldorf in Germany, and a maid working at the hotel, Prey Doja, approached the diva's room to get an autograph. She spoke with JLo's assistant, who denied her, and the next morning, Prey was fired. And reportedly, when flying first class, she doesn't like anyone to bother her, even a flight attendant. One time, a flight attendant offered her a drink, and she refused to acknowledge him. She said to her assistant, "Please tell him I'd like a Diet Coke and lime." Now, this rumor also hasn't been confirmed, but it does reinforce her diva image, and it seems like she doesn't appreciate the help that she gets. Then there's the rumors that she had some pretty strict relationship rules. In 2017, she made headlines again when news broke that she was dating former New York Yankee Alex Rodriguez. Now, rumors spread that JLo would only consider marrying A-Rod if he agreed to a list of demands. Reportedly, he was not allowed to talk to any women under the age of 40, which is just super controlling and gross. Additionally, JLo loved his physique and wanted a guarantee that he wouldn't let himself go once they got married. Now, none of these rumors have actually been confirmed, but it does seem pretty realistic to me, and I'm sure she's tried to impose these rules or some variation of them on Ben, which he probably doesn't like. So hey, with all this going on, I wouldn't blame Ben for walking away. Now, do you think Jennifer is officially over and they're gonna get a divorce? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.